for Wildcat in 3, 2, 1.
On the park. This is not the only coaster we're working on. So for those of you that follow coasters and follow us, you'll know that we've been in a retracking program with Thunderhead. We have continued that basically in a similar circumstance where we have replaced the top section of the track on this particular ride. We've been working to replace the top section of Thunderhead's track as well over the last several years, and we've worked through. I think we're now at about
halfway,
half.
Yeah, we're halfway there. We're doing about 25% a year over 4 years.
And so basically what we're doing is we're replacing the original track bed that went in between 2003 and 2004 with South American wood that's called Ipe, that is very, very strong, a very, very strong wood. As a matter of fact, they call it ironwood. It's more dense than steel, and it sinks when you put it in water. It's that dense. So that should really improve, and has already improved, sections of Thunderhead for those of you that had an opportunity to ride it last year. We also are doing, Rocky Mountain Construction is also doing some track work for us on Blazing Fury, and we're working through that ride. That is original equipment, I guess you'd say, for Dollywood. It was built in the late 70s. And we're working through a retracking program on that ride attraction as well, so that it's the best guest experience that we can have for that particular ride, and so that we can continue to conserve and nurture that ride, because it really means so much to the heritage of the park. It's a first ride coaster for probably, I don't know, three generations of people that are in this area. We've added a couple of rides here in the last decade that may usurp that first ride, but it certainly means a lot to our guests, and we want to make sure that we preserve and protect it and make it a great ride experience into the future. And then the last ride that you're going to see, and it will affect our opening ability to open it on opening day, but that's Mystery Mine. So we've been retracking sections of it and tweaking track and doing work with it since really almost since it opened in 2007 to improve guest experience. And we work with Gerstlauer, the manufacturer of that particular attraction, to profile a section after the first trestle. So when you come out of the trestle, you drop down into the vertical drop, and then you go up. Since 07, you'd gone up and went into an Immelman and then directly down into a helix. We're going to extend that section after the drop so that it's a better guest experience. There was a lot of lateral movement in that particular trick, and this is going to allow us to have a better guest experience.
No, I think Pete said it best. It's just going to be a lot smoother ride. So,
and the only reason that it's not going to be open when the park opens is because it took a little longer to get the steel from overseas to us.
Thank you, COVID.
Thank you, COVID. And they're doing the work. They're starting to do the work now. So as we go around, if we make it that far up into Timber Canyon, you'd be able to see that we're pouring footers now, and we'll we'll be installing steel pretty quickly, but there'll be a couple of week delay after we open, before Mystery Mine will open for the year. Questions on that? So that's four big coasters that we've done work on this year that I won't say is unprecedented, but it is, that's a lot of work to pack into an off season to make sure that we can improve guest experience.
So there was a store here that sold the 10 signs, and I'm gonna let Eugene talk about this, but the reason that has been taken down is it gives us an opportunity for so many folks who are coming to get something to eat from Dogs and Taters. We have this seating area over here, but it allows us another opportunity for more seating, allows the guest flow to come through here a little bit cleaner. So again, like I said, that is from guest input. That's one of the things that we pride ourselves on. We take that guest input. I mentioned earlier, I think we've said it a few times, that we take that guest feedback, just like the protocol that we put in place last year. I guess we're telling us they feel safe here. They feel like this is a great place to come and spend time with their family. So we're always listening to that. So I'll let Eugene touch on that, about how this was an opportunity that we were able to give to our guests.
So, growing up in the theme park business, I'm actually really passionate about the culinary arts area and the impact it has overall on the entire park experience. Our guests have given us feedback that we need more space on grounds to enjoy the things. And if you've ever been, here when the park is open, Dogs and Taters is one of the busiest places to go. And you hear the words Dolly Park, you really think entertainment as well. Roger did such a great job of emphasizing how much entertainment, is a brand pillar for us. But what a great way to be able to enjoy, the new back porch show in a nice seating area that will be added here, and it's just going to be a nice spatial benefit to the park. Some people might not even notice the things that we're changing on grounds to try to improve not only the flow and the ease to get around our park, but just to be more comfortable and more repeatable in experience, so that you don't feel like you've got to run out of here because you're feeling tight. So that's one of the core reasons why we did this project this off season.
Awesome. Hi, welcome to Craftsman's Valley at Dollywood. My name is Sandy Doherty, and our merchandise and games department is so excited to present to you what we have to offer for this 2021 season. The crafts are at the heart of Craftsman's Valley. We have wonderful craftsmen that have been here 25, 35 years. Those master craftsmen are dedicated to passing down the traditional crafts, such as leather, blacksmithing, our wood carving, candle making, and our blown glass. We also have our candy makers up on Show Street as well too, that are considered part of our crafts. We spend a lot of time and effort making sure that those crafts are passed down. We have 3 different levels of craftsmen. It allows us the opportunity to provide education at different levels of their learning pace. We are very confident in a lot of the craftsmen that we have here. We are very proud to provide some more tools and equipment so that they can stay on current trend for some of our retail products that we offer. We have improved our work environments as well for them. We are excited. We have taken over this particular location. It's our Cozy Bear location, more along the lines of our cabin feel. We've really tried to stay on trend with our interiors, as well with our shiplap walls, some of our aluminum and metal, and our wood fixturing. You will find that throughout the valley here as well too. We also try and include our crafts in some cross product that we're going to be introducing a little bit later this spring. We will have something from our wood carver and our leather shop together, or forged from our blacksmith in connection with wood or leather. So we like to do a little bit more of cross-branding within our craft locations. As we walk up the street, I'll be glad to point out a couple of the new items within our blacksmith location. But until then, you're more than welcome to peek inside. All of our stores are open within the valley here, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have. Okay?
So, can see here the chapel was built in 1973. They're going back in now, and we're doing some things to secure the footers and do a new roof for it. And Eugene knows more about that than I do.
It's obviously pretty unique. When I joined Dollywood, to find out that on Sunday mornings at 11, there's actually a service that happens on property. Pretty unique to have a full-time chaplain working on our staff. It really helps, bring an awful lot of peace, to our property. To have Joey Buck here, I help with the chairs. It's such an iconic, structure, for us, and it needed a little love. So you'll notice a new roof, new roof structure, and we totally refaced all of the wood that over time got to be a little bit rotten, and we even fixed underneath the structure in the footers to bring strength to it, so that when we get back inside for church service, everyone's going to be safe and sound. Roger mentioned the Christmas carolers during the Smoky Mountain Christmas show. It was awesome. It was my favorite show on property during Christmas, and it's one that our entertainment folks delivered within 3 weeks because we knew when COVID was high, we wanted to get outside and bring entertainment to the streets. It was really lovely. So we're planning on using this iconic structure in a more prevalent way, throughout our season. You'll probably not even notice it, but I'm going to say it anyway, just because you can see the mud. We chopped the structure of this retail shop off a little bit and rebuilt it so that we can provide a better walkway surface. Pretty standard to use a 20-foot walkway midway, to make it easier to get around the park. So I doubt anyone's going to notice the store was retooled, for that purpose, to provide a little bit more space. And then behind, you'll see a new seating structure for the Hickory House Barbecue. One of the best places to grab barbecue on property, but the only problem is that there wasn't a lot of seats to enjoy your food. So we really concentrated on delivering some incremental seating, to improve the guest experience. And one other thing to note, it's really lovely to be right across the street from the world's largest American bald eagle sanctuary. And now when you're sitting down and enjoying some barbecue, you're really going to be able to see, that uniqueness of our Dollywood property close by. So if anyone wants to grab